and welcome to my video. Today we are creating one of my favourite characters, Knight, from Knight's Journey to Dreams by Sega. The base of this figure is foil and wire to create the general shape, and we are then adding layers of female white professional to create the initial shape. I am doing this to save on coloured clay, as generally I can get white clay a lot cheaper than the coloured stuff. As you can tell, this process is very tedious, but working with the white clay does help out in the long run. Now the base is completed and sanded, it's time to work on the colour. I'm using Female Professional in purple and adding thin layers to build up the shape. This is my first time using Female Professional and I prefer it a lot more to the Female Soft. In this portion I am going back to the white clay and I'm just creating the shape of the waistcoat and the shirt, which I will be painting later with acrylic paint. And these photos I believe are from day 5 of working on the sculpt. For the face I'm using Female in the colour Sand, I believe, just to add the flesh tone to the face of the figure. For the gemstone on the figure, I wanted to do a test on a few different methods just to see my favourite. So we tested standard red, red with sparkles, translucent mixed with red pastel, and white mixed with red pastel. And I'm using this just basic cutter just to create the diamond shape, just so they were all more uniform. I ended up choosing the standard red, which I will add a UV top coat to at the end. Now the sculpting is complete, I am moving on to painting. In order to keep my paint smooth, I have mixed in this Liquidex Flow additive to the paint in a 1:20 ratio with water. In order to make it easier, I've added this mix into a dropper bottle, which I can easily add to the paint. For paint, I'm just using your basic acrylics from Montmartre and Daler Rowney. Just got these off Amazon in a nice set. When mixing the paint with the Flow-Aid, I aimed for a milk-like consistency, but to be honest, I just kept mixing until I was just happy with it. This is the set that I did get from Amazon for the colours. It's a really nice set. It's smaller tube sizes, which is great for if you are painting with polymer clay because you don't need that much paint. To when I am painting, I am doing really thin layers, just slowly building up until full opacity. I swap between detail brushes and also nail brushes, which is great for thinner, smaller details, such as the eyes and mouth. And if I do make any mistakes, I'm just using an alcohol wipe just to clean up my mistakes. Any smaller details, I just use a cotton bud with a bit of isopropyl alcohol on it, mixed with a little bit of water. If I was to create this figure again, I think I would use coloured clay instead of paint for the coloured areas like the waistcoat and the shirt. It's just painting for me was very tedious, doing so many thin layers of paint, and I just don't have the patience for it, to be perfectly honest. The rest of this, unfortunately, I didn't record because I just took my time and doing so many quotes. I didn't want to constantly set my phone up to record these clips. This is the finished figure. I did a glossy top coat, but going forward, I might swap to matte top coats. The eyes and Jill had a UV top coat on to create a very sparkly finish, which I love. And thank you so much for watching.